Hello there, Year 6, Miss Owen here for a Jigsaw Rshe session. For the next couple of sessions, we're going to focus on us returning to school on the 8th of March. You can hear from my voice, I'm so excited to see you all, and I know the rest of the Year 6 teachers are, and I know lots of you are very excited to come back and see all your friends and have some sort of normal routine again. So for the next couple of sessions, I'm going to focus on us coming back together again. Okay, thinking about those positive emotions that we might be having, excitement, feeling of relief, I suppose, for some of you, but also focusing on some of those negative things, like feeling a bit anxious or a bit nervous or a bit worried about returning, and how best to cope with both of those aspects. Okay, so let's refresh our memory of the Jigsaw Charter. Okay, we always recite this at the beginning of our session, so I thought we'd bring it back in, get you back into the swing of things. So we take turns to speak, we use kind and positive words, we listen to each other, we have the right to pass, we only use names when given compliments or when being positive, we respect each other's privacy, confidentiality. Now you might think, well, I'm at home, does this really relate to me? Yes, it does, absolutely. Okay, you can take turns to speak with whoever's at home, you can use kind and positive words at home, you can listen to one another, definitely. Okay, so let's get ourselves ready to learn, ready for the session with a bit of calm me time. Now, I have got my chime here with me, so I'm going to use that, and we'll just have a bit of time to relax, focus on one particular thing, just get our brain ready for learning. Take a deep breath in and out. Breathe in and out. You can focus on the image if you want to. Just let your mind wander. Feel your body relaxing. And all those thoughts just drift away and let your mind become clear. Almost as clear as that water in the picture. Okay, I'm going to ding the chime again, and then we'll just come back ready to learn. Okay, hopefully that sound's come through on the video. Right then, so let's crack on. So tell me, what I want you to do right now is think of a time when you felt welcome somewhere. Maybe it was when you went to visit some family, or when you joined a new club, or it could be that when you joined a new school, if you're somebody that has joined us recently or joined the school earlier on in your life. And what I want you to think about is what words or feelings pop into your mind when you think of that time. Okay, I've got a really vivid example in my brain actually at the moment. So just have a think. What kinds of words or phrases or feelings pop into your mind when you think about that time? So I've jotted a couple down here. Wonder whether or not any of these relate to you as well. So you might have seen people smiling, or you might have been smiling. Okay, people when they're trying to be welcoming or trying to feel like it's a warm welcome, they smile at people, trying to help them feel at ease, all that kind of stuff. You might have thought that people were very helpful, especially on your first day, helping you find things, answering any of your questions, that kind of thing. You might have noticed that they were very confident, or you could have been very confident, you know, coming into a new situation, but that's okay because you felt like it was a safe situation, so it meant that you could be quite confident. You might have been feeling quite relaxed or relieved when you entered that environment and you thought, oh, these people are really, really lovely. I feel like I can relax here, I can enjoy myself here. You might have realised it's quite a warm welcome. People might have been quite encouraging for you, or to you, I should say. You might have felt happy, or the environment could have been very happy. People very pleasant, Okay, so I focus mainly on the positive aspects of a welcome, and that's what a warm welcome should be, isn't it? It should be very positive, it should be very friendly. That's not necessarily a word I put on there. It should make you feel like you'd want to come back to that environment, to that place, yeah? Okay, so when we think about these sort of times in our lives when we've felt welcome, who has helped you feel welcome in that situation? Was it children? Was it a teacher? Was it another adult? Was it a family member? That kind of thing. Is there anything particular that they said or they did to help you feel welcome? And alternatively, have you ever helped someone feel welcome? What did you do and why? Okay, it might be that you were a child where a new child was coming into the class and you were the one that was helping them to feel welcome, helping them find things in the classroom, making sure that they had people to play with, all that kind of thing. Okay, so I suppose we've all experienced both situations, haven't we, where we've been the one entering that new environment, or we've been the one helping somebody when they've just come to that new situation or that new place. And it's really important that we try and focus on those positive aspects, isn't it? To make that person feel safe, make them feel like they'd want to come back. And it will become clear why we're focusing on warm welcomes, okay? So the time that I had in my head when I was just thinking about when I felt welcome was when I joined Carbeal as a teacher. I received a lovely welcome. The teachers and the staff were lovely. The children were really, really helpful. I loved that the children held the doors open when you walk through the corridors. It's just a lovely place to be, and it continues to be that. But one of the things I had to do, and why my welcome became so lovely, is that I came to a welcome meeting with some of the other teachers that were joining at the same time. And what was really helpful, especially to me, was that I was told about things like the school routine, the learning powers, the school uniform, what times we did certain things, break times, lunch times, all that kind of stuff. And I was given a whole pack, a welcome pack of information that told me all about Carbeal, the staff, the children, the ethos of the school, the visions, the values, all those kinds of things. And it really, really helped me to understand where I was going to be working and to feel that really warm welcome, because I was getting all this information and it all was really, really positive. And that's what you can do when you come into a new environment. You can receive a welcome pack, and that helps you to really understand what's going on. And the thing is, as well, on your first day, it's so much information to take in. So by having that welcome pack, if you forget something, it doesn't matter because you've got that information written down somewhere. So I think when we're entering a new place or a new environment, or returning somewhere, returning to somewhere after a long time away, if you think about this lockdown, it hasn't been as long as the last one, but it's still a very long time that some of us have been away from school. And there might be some really positive feelings towards coming back. There also could be some sort of negative ones, feeling of a bit, I'm a bit unsure, I'm a bit worried, okay? And it's okay to feel either or both of those, okay? And the idea of today is to help you sort of register the things that you need to remember about when you come back to school, and really try and focus on celebrating the positive feelings, but also supporting and tackling those negative ones. Okay, so some of the positive ones could be something like you're feeling really excited about being back, happy to see your friends, looking forward to seeing people, looking forward to being in some sort of new routine, looking forward to the fact that home is going to be home again, it's not going to be school at the same time. But then there could also be those negative things. You're feeling a bit anxious about being back, maybe a bit nervous about seeing people again, worried about being back at school, worried about what's going to be different this time. Okay, so again, like I said, it's absolutely fine to be feeling either the positive or the negative, or elements of both. I think we could all agree that there are probably going to be some nerves about coming back, but also lots of excitement. Okay, so the way that we could tackle and support these kinds of feelings that you might be having is to create, or someone else be feeling, is to create a welcome pack. Okay, so your task is to create a welcome pack for someone returning to school after a long absence. It could be that you design this for a friend. It could be that you design this for yourself to refresh your memory of all of the things that we need to know when we come back to school. Things we need to remember, like when we went to when we had English, when we had maths, what time was our break, all that kind of thing. Now you can be as creative as you want to with this. You can do this on paper if you wanted to. You can use technology to create a pack. You could use PowerPoint to create like a welcome pack to Cardiel School, or you could use other mediums if you know how to use other things, or you could possibly even create a video. Now the idea of these is possibly that depending on how informative they are, you could also use these as like a welcome pack to any new students that might join our school in the future, because we want to fill them with as much information as we can, because ultimately this is refreshing our memory, but it's also just reinforcing how amazing it's going to be to come back to school. Okay, so have a little think. What kinds of things do you think maybe we should include in our welcome pack? If we remember going back to the welcome pack that I received as a teacher, I was told about the school routine, the learning powers, all that kind of thing. But it is important for a new student or a student that's returning after a long absence to remember those things, isn't it? Yeah? So some of the things that we could include are the name of your class, if you can remember, the timetable of the day, teacher info, so who's your teacher, what do you know about them? Or it could be that you include some information about some of the children in your class. Obviously remembering to use those kind words and be positive. Okay. You could include some calming techniques. I know in my class we have breathing cards in our calm corner. We have a few things to help us relax and just calm ourselves down if we're feeling a bit anxious or worried about things. You could include maybe some class rules that you might have in your class, or what your classroom environment is like. Yeah, okay. You could include a class saying if you have one. I know in my class we have make your mark, see where it takes you, just to reinforce being creative and just having a go in any situation. Okay, but important questions for you to remember. How can you be creative with your ideas? So are you going to do it on paper? Are you going to use technology such as PowerPoint to create these welcome packs? Are you going to create a video? What would help someone like you to feel welcome when coming back to school? So you've almost got to imagine that you're this person coming back to school, which you are. A lot of you are. I know lots of you have been in school at some point or another during this lockdown, but you're returning to school after a long time. What's going to make you feel welcome? How many different elements can you include? Okay, so how many bits of information can you include? All right, and remember what I said, if these welcome packs are really good, we could almost use these or put these to Mr. Hamlin and say if we could use them for any children that might be joining the school later on. Okay, so that's your task for the day. Remember to make it as positive as you can. Get excited about coming back to school. Refresh your memory of all those amazing things that we do at Cardiel. Okay. Have any questions? You can get to us on Teams. Don't forget to send pictures or PowerPoints or videos, whatever it might be, to your teachers. And I'll see you again for another session soon. Okay. Bye.